everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. Watch that world load. Wow. Yeah, you could tell that I just started the game. Didn't even let the world load before I hit record. So, we are up here in the Miners' Village. We're over here at the Rough and Polish store. Because we have got things to do. We have got stuff to do. Let's see. I gotta remember how to use my own machine here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this stuff in here. I actually have use for granite, polished granite, and the raw granite. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have a feeling we're gonna need a whole lot more. But I thought it'd be cool to just start off over here actually using something that we built. Look at that just coming in. Love it. So I'm going to let that stuff go ahead and cycle through. And okay, just between you and me, let's be honest here. I could just run down here and do this. Stack, stack, stack. Give me the stacks. But where would be the fun in that, right? So today what we're going to do is we're going to get started on what we finished off with last episode. I got to thinking about it, and I was going to hold off until 1.9 started before I started building my gold farm in the nether, but I got to really thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. I only needed to bust through the roof in 1.8. I don't have to actually wait till 1.9 to build it. So let's go ahead and build it now. That would be a really cool, fun project. So, and where did it go? Over here. It's been a little while since I needed the cobble. We got cobble in here. We got cobble for days, so that's good. We're going to need tons of cobble, and I'm going to need that granite because we have got some giant donuts to build. Now, some of you are probably like, Piggy, really? You're always about the food, buddy. I know you're a pig, but really? Now, okay, just hear me out, okay? Here we go. Look me in the eye. Just hear me out, okay? This is going to work. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Or at least I think I know what I'm doing. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm copying I'm using a build that was created by a YouTuber named Snow Crash. And I'm going to have a link down in the description so you can go see his farm. You could actually build it yourself if you want. But we are going to attempt, look at that. Well, this thing actually works pretty fast. It works a lot quicker than I thought it would. I'd never actually tested speed. That's pretty good. I like that. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building some giant donuts and getting the preparations ready so that we can get our gold farm up in the nether going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and gather up these supplies. I'm going to get me some cobble, and I'm going to meet you up on the roof of the nether. When you're in the overworld, where exactly would you point for the roof of the nether? That's a great question, Piggy. Well, thank you, Piggy. Here you go talking to yourself again, Piggy. The people are trying to listen. Talk to them. Okay. No, I'm not crazy. I'm just having fun. Just having fun. Being silly. There we go. That's good. 4 stacks of that. Not that. 4 stacks of that. There we go. We'll grab that and go and grab this cobble. And like I said, I'm going to meet you on the roof of the nether so that we can get started laying out the design and figuring out how in the world do we build giant donuts in the nether. So I'll meet you over there in just a second. Alright everybody, here we are where we left off from last episode, up on the nether roof with a big old hole busted in the ground, in the bedrock. And we've got a weird little symbol way up in the sky. And what I went ahead and did off camera was I had gone through and I had to design a elevator system and an item transport system that's going to run right here through the middle. I had to get the dimensions and figure out what it was going to be. And of course, as usual, I had to make a cool design on it. I just can't make like function. Had to have form. So what I did after that was I went up as high as I could, way up. Oh, no. Did I mess up? Oh, good. I've got plenty of dirt. Okay, whew. Making sure I had enough stuff so we could stack all the way up here. So what I did then was I stacked up as high as I possibly could go above the nether roof, so that I found where the build limit was at the very, very top. And I went ahead and marked a platform up at the top, just so I would have an area to keep the donuts centered on, so that we would keep it centered on the elevator system we're going to use. And So make sure that, everything lines up properly. I'm going to do this right. And what I had originally done was I had made my elevator a 5x5 design. But as I got to looking at the templates that Snow Crash had provided, the middle of the circle is actually a 6x6. So that's what I've done here. I've stacked up, and this is going to be my new corner. We're going to extend it one right here and one right here. So this middle platform area is now going to be a 6x6 area for the elevator. Now what I have to do is I have to be careful up here because I don't want ghasts to spawn. So as long as we've got half slabs and we don't have, this is the only solid block up here right now. So a ghast could in theory spawn on this, but we're not far enough away from it, so we're safe. So the way that we're going to lay this out is we're going to have 3 floors. So you have 1, 2 high space, 2 floors, 2 high, and then 3. It's going to be like that. So we got to build 3 giant circles, and then we have to half slab the top. Now, what I've gone through and done is I decided, we can't just have boring circles. We could build boring circles, but I don't roll like that. So what I've done is I've gone through and come up with just like a very simple pattern, something to look cool, that maybe we could see from way down below. I'm going to try and make this farm look a little bit more than just some giant circles. I'm like really scared to move around up here because, as we all know, Piggy is not the most, if there was ballet in Minecraft, yeah, I wouldn't be involved. I do not do well with stuff like this. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is going to help me kind of lay out where exactly I know I need my floor to be. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of making you guys suffer and watch me build a bunch of circles, bunch of cycles in the sky, is I'm going to make it a time lapse. Do a cool little time lapse so you can watch me place a ton of blocks and make some big old circles, and I'll bring you back and we'll explore the area and see how it looks, okay? So cue the music and let's place the blocks. Alright everybody, here we go. Got ourselves some giant donuts going on. Isn't this cool? Now, there's something strange that's going on, and I can't quite explain what it is. So maybe if you know, you can put it down in the comment section below. But when I laid out this area, I had set up this build in my 1.8.8 world. Now, to do the replay mod, I have to load it in 1.8. So as I went through and I started building all the donuts, when I finally got to this top area right here, it wouldn't let me place any blocks. I couldn't place any blocks at that level, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Now I'm going to, while I'm talking here, I'm going to go ahead and show you just a quick little clip. We're going to fade right now, and you can see right there, I'm trying to place blocks, and it's not working. It's not working at this height. Now I don't know if this has to do with 1.8. Maybe they changed some kind of build limit in the game, or if it has to do with the replay mod. I'm going to have to mess around a little bit with that and see if I can figure that out. But if we watch, I'm going to come up right here and see it lets me place the block. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. Uh-oh, and there's more of those guys. Come here, tough guy. Get dealt with. And see, that's another weird thing that's going on. I think if they're above build limit, they can't actually shoot me, and they also keep disappearing like that. Like, it gets really difficult to shoot them. When you try to face them, they disappear. Boop. Maybe not. Sure, I'm glad I got an infinity bow, though. So I can miss all I want. Alright, well, maybe he'll just stay up there and leave us alone. So, that's the reason why you're not going to see me build this top level as part of the time lapse. These are going to be the non-spawnable blocks, which is basically going to let me cover the roof and keep these guys from spawning up here, but we can still control where the zombie pigs are going to spawn. So I'm going to go ahead and keep building this roof and try and get that finished, and then once we come back, we'll have a final score as to what happens. You'll just have to trust me that I'm honest about the score off camera. Find out who's going to win this epic little battle in the nether. So I'm going to finish up this roof, and then I'll bring you back and show you the final results. Alright everybody, I made my way back over here so I could dump some supplies, just a bunch of stuff that I have gathered, but check this out. Okay, so you saw the score, it was Ghasts 4, Zombie Pigs 1, but I didn't put my score up there. Well, here's my score, 24, yeah. I got 24 gas tiers out of that now. I did not collect all the gas tiers that fell, so I'm pretty sure my score was higher. So Piggy wins, yeah, but I did get beat up quite a bit. Now, also while I was up here, I had a little fella jump through that hole, run down, and get very obsessed with the villager that's right in here. And I went ahead and blocked him in because, look, come here. Don't want to fall down in there. He picked up some rotted flesh, but it's another baby villager. Hey, buddy, what's up? So I figured, you know, boop, we're going to go ahead and give him some weakness, feed him a flower, and you, sir, hopefully you're going to grow up to not be selling pork chops. That would be great. So, and another thing is, I'm over here. Look at my levels. Where are they? Oh, I've got weakness. That's why it's all wonky and crazy. Look at me, level 40. That's crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the lapis and throw it on the ground. Why did I do that? Let's pop that in here. Figured we'd go ahead and get ourselves a diamond sword. Looting 3. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is exactly what I want. I wanted a looting sword for sure, because when I get around to building my wither farm, we want looting. And I figured, you know what? We got crazy levels right now. And we can get as many levels as we want right now. So that's going to be awesome. I figured I'd do that on camera. But I'm going to go ahead and make my way back over here to the zombie farm, zombie pig farm. Because for those of you who have never seen this thing work, you need to see this thing work. This thing is crazy. It's ridiculously overpowered is what it is. But it works in the game, so we're going to use it. We're going to go for it. It's not using any exploits or any glitches that I know, other than maybe you could say we used an exploit to get on the roof of the nether. But, you know, it's part of the game right now, so that's what matters. But now, I have not completely finished the farm. There is some redstone and some other stuff that I'm going to have to put into the system. And honestly, what I think I'm going to do with that is I'm going to build that off camera. because that's going to be kind of boring. And to tell you the truth, if you want to see how this is built and you want to know how to build it yourself, I'm going to have a link show up down in the description. I'll also have a link show up on screen so you can click on it. And it's going to take you over to Snow Crash's channel. He is the one that made up this farm originally, quite a while back, and made some really good tutorials on it. He even has a world download, so you can get that, and you can check out this system for yourself. Now, right now, this ladder, look how long this ladder is taking. I mean, we could, like, well, I got potatoes in my hand. If I was hungry, I was going to say we could have ourselves a sandwich and a drink. We could maybe watch a little TV, and then we might be up at the top. So I think what I'm going to have to do next, after I get the redstone working and get all that system up there finished, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to build ourselves the Monkey Farm minecart elevator system so that we can get up here super fast. And there's one more thing that I'm going to have to do, and I may do that on camera next episode. There is a zombie pig that we're going to have to capture, and we're going to have to put him in a spot and give him a name tag so that he doesn't despawn. And what that's going to do is, whenever we want to set this system off, we hit him or her. I don't know if they have a gender. I don't think they have a gender. Boop. There we go. We'll just hop over here. Ooh, this is a little nerve-wracking being up here. But right in there in that spot, we're going to have a zombie pig that cannot despawn, and we'll be able to throw a snowball at him and make him mad. And then all the other pigs will come running and attack us. But that one will never get hurt because of the snowballs. And it'll also never despawn. So whenever we need to turn this system on, it'll work. Now, here we go. Like I said, for those of y'all that haven't seen this in motion, we're going to go ahead and use our awesome infinity bow, which is just about worn out. But it's all good because we got infinity books for days. We can buy as many as we want as long as we can get emeralds. So the way this works is we make one of these fellas mad. Boop, just like that. Look at them. They all come running. Just hot raving mad. Come on, guys. Fall down. Now, right now, I don't have the redstone system set up. So what would normally happen is there's a slime block elevator kind of design, and it pushes all the XP up to this point. So we just stand right here, and we get all the levels we want. And all the drops are going to get collected in some hoppers and dropper systems and be sent to a sorting system. But what happens is the game makes all these guys mad at me, and they run at me to try to attack me, and they fall to their death. Well, since they're all hostile towards me, every single one that dies drops experience. And look, they keep spawning. They'll keep spawning forever until I get far enough away. So we're going to go ahead and climb down. I'm going to show you. We've only been up here for a few seconds. I'm at level 37. Well, hallelujah, it's raining pigs. Look at that. Now, as I get further and further away, they're going to stop being angry at me. I think it's 40 blocks. When you're 40 blocks away, they forget where you are, and they stop tracking you. But I can't remember how far away we have to be before they get really mad again and start chasing us. Let's go ahead and do this. I've died a couple times doing this, so let's not die today. We've got XP to collect. And look at this. We're just going to run around. Look at all the swords that have fallen on the ground. We're going to get so much XP going. Looks like we got little fireflies chasing us around. Oh man, look at those levels just go up. Look at that. Crazy. Woo! I got little fireflies all over my face. So, I think that this farm is able to get you from level 0 all the way up to level 30 within like 1 minute. Maybe a little longer or a little less. I'm not quite certain, but I think it's right around there. We're going to go ahead and toss these swords. I don't need the swords. I do want to pick up all the gold nuggets, because like I said, this is also going to be a farm for rotten flesh and for golden nuggets as well. And sometimes some of these swords have really good stuff on them, so we'll be able to combine and make like junk swords that we can use just for, little tasks or whatnot. But, we got a little bit more XP down here. Let's see how many levels we can get up to. Level 43, look at that. So we went from level 37 to level 43. In no time at all. Yeah. Now this thing's ugly right now, but like I said, we're going to put a little bit more of a design to it. We're going to build a room up there so that we can be up there and collect everything. And then we're going to go ahead and put our elevator up through here. And I have a feeling we're probably going to do that in next episode. So this is what I want you to do. For this episode, this is your project. I want you to go ahead and start working on the donuts. Get yourself the donuts and maybe even the redstone setup. Go check out Snow Crash's tutorial and you can get this thing built. And then once you built it, I want you to take pictures of it, send it to me on Twitter, okay? So I am going to go collect a whole bunch of mess back in the overworld. We got to get ourselves some redstone, obsidian, some slime blocks, pistons, and a whole bunch of other jazz. And we're going to bring it back over here so that we can get our system built up there and get that going. So we'll be ready for next episode to start putting the finishing touches and make everything look nice and pretty. So don't forget to send me pictures of your builds. I'm going to get back to work, and I will see you in the next episode.